Hi guys, welcome back to the Immigrant Story page, a platform where we put together compelling immigrant success story as a pathway to help other immigrants thrive. Just want to say a very big thank you for your continuous subscription. It's obvious you're referring, it's obvious you're commenting, it's obvious you're liking because the number of subscribers compared to before till now has significantly increased, and that's all because of you. So I just want to say a very big thank you for your continuous subscription and for the encouragement. As always, I remain your humble host, and today we are having a spectacular individual whose story is very unique. So guys, stay tuned and definitely, relax as we welcome our guest. Hi guys, welcome back. It's so good to know we still have you with us, and as always, thank you for your continuous subscription. Just a couple of seconds ago, I did mention that we have someone on the channel with us, on the platform rather with us, who's got a very unique story he's going to be sharing today. And then I'm just going to welcome the one and only Ayo. Ayo, thank you very much for making a time to be here. I know it's most of when I did send a message on Instagram, I never thought you were going to reply because it can be like that. I did send a couple of messages to a lot of people and really on the responses. So I just want to say thank you for honoring my invitation and, for taking our time to be here. You could be somewhere else, but you decided to be here today. So thank you very much. So I'm just going to need the platform for you to just give us like a high-level brief of yourself or introduction of yourself, anyhow you want to put it. So just...
First of all, thank you for having me, for inviting me to come around. It's nice to get to talk about these things so that people know that these opportunities exist and how they can navigate them. I'm an analytics engineer. I started out a data analyst in 2020.
Okay.
And then worked in Nigeria for a year before going to the UK to do my master's in data science. And then, since then, just gonna keep working and pretty much that's it.
Great. I think one interesting thing about today's story that I was going to be sharing with us is the transitioning from psychology to physiology to data science and data engineering. And in between, getting into the global talent visa, which it is really of interest, we just want to understand that part of the story because I know it resonates so much with a lot of my audience. So I believe this is going to be really informative for you guys. So stay tuned. So we're just going to jump in. In terms of our questions, it's a bit sectionalized. So we want to know about your personal program before going into the professional side and, coming to, from your experience, we always our guests to advise people based on their experience.
Yeah.
Advice in the sense that people want to navigate the same paths. It's quite easy for you to see someone who's done something and want to do it and they telling you that this is how it is, making you not to pass through the mistakes they made ideally. So just in that context. So we're going to start like this. I know that it's going to be quite conventional. So what made you left your beautiful home country as a patriotic citizen and decided to say UK was the best place for you to strive and,
First of all, I would say I wouldn't call myself the most patriotic guy. I did a lot of schooling in Nigeria. So did my first degree in physiology in Delta State in America. Moved to Ekiti for NYSC, so University of Ibadan for Master in Neuroscience. And the whole time, I always used to say to my parents that the day that you sing at the airport, that's it. It was always in my head.
Yeah.
I'm always there, but I didn't really know all the logistics of immigration, on things about visa. Yeah, I didn't even understand the concept of visa. Mm-hmm. I just knew I wanted to be out of the country.
Yeah.
And pretty much, I think that was what was pushing me because the way I came to the UK wasn't, a lot of us that said, oh my God, the country's burning. So let's go to the airport and let's get up with Like, it just have always been there.
Yeah.
And somehow can't accept it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That definitely does make sense, because everyone's journey and narrative is different, just like you said. So people might say the country is burning, let's run, which is, I'm not going to say it's the current state, but it's looking like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to know that the notion has always been there from the onset, and it's good to also see that you are not just here, but you're, striving and doing something really better based upon. Just a quick one, I want to say congratulations on your marriage.
Thanks. Thank you.
It's good to know that marriage is so good on here. But yeah. So my next question is going to be basically, what was the most challenging part? There might not be any, but what was that most challenging part in terms of you transitioning, moving from Nigeria down to the UK?
I did have so many challenges because I'm a mixture of two things.
Yeah.
I'm always hungry for information, and I'm always crazy to do the work.
Yeah.
So when I wanted to continue to do my master's, I literally applied to every school in the country that offered data science, every single one. I had one Excel sheets, and they that made me realize, so there are private unions that would ask you for application fee, and then there are non-private unions, and made me start thinking, so just to cut it out things, but here are many things, right? And then I asked everybody, I'm a very shameless person, so I remember then I wanted to just anybody that says UK, in their tweets, I'm in your DMs and asking all my questions. So that made it a lot easier. I think the thing that was rude to me when I came was the weather. I came here in September. School was in Manchester, so I went to Manchester.
Okay.
And I remember when I got to the country was 13 degrees. And my uncle picked me up from the airport. And I was saying to myself, oh my God, it's so cold. And I was like, no, it's not so bad. Like, what you is not so bad. It was fair. Yeah, I did it. It just kept dropping because it was September. Yeah, when that was coming, so it kept on dropping and dropping. And immediately, I'm looking at 5 degrees on my phone. I'm like, what is going on? Very shameful stuff. But for the first 3 days in the country, and not used about to make money quick. I was just in the blood like, yes, the big one to me, I was it. But yeah, I think that was the toughest part.
Yeah, I think quite a lot of us were actually victim of that.
It's such a thing that with me. They can tell you, but when you experience it, it's totally different. Yeah.
I think the same thing did happen to me because I came in September 12th, and specifically September 27th, and landed in Manchester. I was dragging Ghana must go, and the weather was killing my fingers because that was the only part that was exposed. And it was really so crazy that, can you really get any help? Like, can I help with your Bible and stuff? Oh, yeah, that. But yeah, good is just the weather in terms of you transitioning. But yeah, good to know that that's it. So the next question is, what's that one thing in your immigration journey that completely shaped how you see yourself and what?
One thing is very hard to read. It's quite not. It's quite. It's like, I think it's the only better answer to the last question is from things like standing in front of Old Trafford in Manchester at 1 a.m. because you pick a sheet to clean up, and you are picking everything. That was the same time where Ronaldo came back to the United, and there was this big party.
Yeah.
So there's a club beside Old Trafford. I found out later that was actually the very first rail station in the country. So I went there that day to clean up and everything, and imagine cleaning up the club after party. We finished it around 5 a.m. and the shift was supposed to finish 6. So the guy said, oh yeah, let's go outside Old Trafford and start picking on the road. And we picked.
What's up part of the...
It wasn't really part of it.
Okay.
We picked because, I'm just a student trying to make my £10 an hour. And then, first of all, I was speaking of the just like, God, this is not a platform. Right? And then the shift finished early.
Yeah.
And then everybody went home. This is something that we have shared a pizza together, we have suffered together.
Yeah.
Everybody just books their cabs and people just walked home. And that was why, you know, I was like, okay, so you're really, really alone in this country, because Nigerians will never do that.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up with my dad would be driving home and we just see somebody in his mirror and we match the brake and and enter the car, did it? So, oh my God, that night, I walked 1.5 hours to my uncle's house because I had used my last bit of transport to get there.
1.5.
Yeah, I walked through forest and everything in Manchester in the winter. And I paid for me one of the days that I did right. Again, I'm a very crazy person. So I got back to the house. I tried to sleep a couple of hours. Immediately I woke up, I started as sick as I was. I remember I was trying to open up my laptop and I started applying for jobs. And I just kept on applying for jobs. See, I was sure that there was no job available on the internet.
You maxed.
I maxed. Nothing. Everything that allowed me work for 20 hours, I actually maxed it.
Yeah.
And that was when I had masters to eat. And that's how I continued. So every day I'll go for shifts. Before I left my shift and apply for my shift, I'll apply for jobs. It was just a thing. Because I needed to get back.
Damn.
And I think that's what shaped me the most. I realized one that you probably are very, very well in this country, so you have to be dogged and crazy. I said all the time without any apologies, like you really have to be crazy to do something in this country. But yeah.
I just see it like you're living life the second time, but it's more like you're starting over again or within a very short period of time because you've spent a reasonable amount of your life, childhood and part of your adulthood back in Nigeria.
Yes.
And whatever is left, it's very important that you pick up at pace. So I really love that story you just shared. To be honest, it just makes me really appreciate the community ship we have.
Oh yeah,
back
on the
in a way as well. So, but yeah, thank you very much. Most times it's always when you find yourself in a not so good situation that's more like that motivation you need to get into that next phase of your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you just speaking of that, it's kind of in a way leading to our next question in terms of the misconception.
Yeah.
So, what misconception about immigration that you faced head on, and how did you challenge that narrative?
A misconception, I think one would be that there are no jobs for students. So it's a misconception that's founded on, I would say, data, because not a lot of people have proper jobs as students.
Yeah.
But I've also seen quite a number of people that have found opportunities as students. So it makes me question it a lot. Like myself, I want to get a job till December of 2021.
Yeah.
And that was what 3 months of back in the country. I got a part-time 20-hour job as a data analyst. Yeah. But it wasn't like a conventional company. It was a company called Four Sisters. They made gin in Manchester.
Okay.
And it was under, I found out that the government then, they had a scheme called Made Smarter. So Made Smarter in Manchester, their aim is really to go into non-tech companies and use the talents to help those companies.
Yeah.
So I kept on reaching out to guys on Made Smarter. I was just since June of that year. And I kept on reaching out to them. I just kept on poking them. They tell me there are no other things right now. We kept on poking everybody there. And actually, I don't know the energy. That's the way that's right. Wanted to use something. Yeah. I would, and that is where I am for everybody in my life. Myself and my wife, we were friends for a year plus. We kept on going, like, so I asked her to date me.
Yeah.
And she refused. And then we kept on going out for like a good year plus. Like my male friends are like, I just stay money. I would not about anybody else. Because I want to marry you. So I'm just like that.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So yeah, the guys that Made Smarter finally reached out to me. They're like, it's a gym company. Do you want to? And I got there that day. I said to them, see, I'm not going to come here and pursue you about a tech company. I just told them what I can do with data for them.
Yeah.
I know somebody else in Birmingham that got hired like that. I know people there.
Yeah.
that didn't work a day off shifts or anything like that. So I get that if you just look around you in a lot of Nigerian spaces, people just to be a shift and stuff. But promise you, they actually dig the ground, you find fruits. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's another reason why we have this plan, to showcase the possibility that people think it's not possible. And just to debunk this misconception you just, stated, that people think it's impossible to get work at a big organization, corporate, medium scale, even while on your 20 hours. So the possibility is there, like you said, you have people, and even when you've been in the space as well, and also I've seen people, even my schoolmates as well. So it's great you didn't mention this, because I've always wanted to dent it out, but yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. But now I just want to, I think something is drawing me to really go back to your transition journey. Like, I know most times we go to uni to have it then to part way upstairs and we just study anything. And over time, when we're getting that clarity, we transition into something that we think resonates.
I had clear pathway. I don't agree. Like, so when I left secondary school, right, I wanted to be a doctor. Like, I wanted it.
Yeah.
And my parents are nurses, so obviously they wanted it too. But I was too loud to shut up cutoffs. And that's how I got into physiology. And under the physiology, second year physiology, I kept on applying for JAMB. And each of those times I would get so much below cutoff, both in Everton University and in Ibe. So I just like, okay, you know what, let's stay the course of physiology. And then after that, I will do a master's.
Yeah.
My parents are psychiatric nurses. So I read a lot about neuroscience growing up. So it was what I was interested in.
Yeah.
Genuinely. And then I went to UI. I did my master's in neuroscience. It was COVID that made me have everything. Because my plan was to get a master's in neuroscience, try and get settlement post. I had already bought this one for a bank.
Yeah.
So I'll be directly at the settlement. That was the plan.
Okay.
If I did not do that, I'll pick up a PhD fund in UI and become a lecturer in UI. That was my plan. They COVID hit, and I was on WhatsApp one day, and somebody just took a data science thing on the WhatsApp story. I was like, you know what? It's a fair shot. I called my dad. Then they were charging 40K for research for 4 months. So my dad said, let's do 20K for the first 2 months studying, and then later we'll be remaining. So I started like, okay, cool. And no, actually my dad says me the full 40K. And I decided to pay their story to get it. 2 weeks into it, lockdown happened. So they were saying everyone should leave. I'll go back home. So I ate that 20K. But that's the thing, I didn't actually spend it. I just kept it. And then I was at home after 2 weeks. That was why I went online. I was just on Twitter. I saw somebody talking about data science, and I kept on section. And I found out that the 2 weeks that those guys are teaching me in Python, it wasn't a waste, but it was way too advanced, way too early.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, how do I learn this thing? I remember reaching out to Tayo, and Tayo started YouTube back then. It was really small.
Yeah.
So he had the time, and he sent out me a call. I don't know what to do. There's a guy called Immigrant, which is a machine learning engineer in London now too. Immigrant was carrying us to get on the call with me and tell me this and this is what you should then. I just looked at those things down, and then I started going on Udemy and edX. I didn't have money for Coursera.
Yes.
So it was good I did that, because I didn't want to waste. Remember, I just had 20K. Yes, I was not making any money, right? So I didn't want to waste that 20K. So I need a lot of edX and Coursera and Udemy courses out free. I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. And then I looked to Coursera. Remember that Coursera was selling courses for 7,000 naira, and I bought a lot of courses. And that was how 4 months of lockdown, I did 18 hours every day. Yeah.
Whoa.
I did it. If you go to my parents' dining one, right, their dining chairs are shaky. Because what I did was I took the computer table in the dining.
Yeah.
I took it to the room. I was rotating those chairs. So I'll use the first one to shake the hamburgers. It's about before me. How about you? 18 hours every day, 4 months. Wow. Yeah. Because my parents were not having it. Right. One time it was just this little distraction that I had while school is closed. But I just felt like I had consumed so much on LinkedIn, on Twitter, spoken to so many people that I felt like this thing has actual potential, right? Yes. So I wanted to prove that to the extra lot. I just kept on going. Until one day I found out about Fiverr, I found out about Upwork. I got one job on Upwork for $10. And I met my dad, like, I got a job on Upwork for $10. I'm like, okay, you got any foreign currency there. Then I was out there. And then, like, another time for that less than 4 hours, I turned back. I went, nope, you're best starting this. So, that was another battle. Lost in July of that year. I just told him, I was like, so it goes to one point actually. My dad was like, it doesn't want to see anything about it. That's why it's again in the apps. So, I told him there's a family friend of ours that was preparing to go back. He's in medical school, preparing to go back to school. So I was like, I need to go to Aya's house so that he can teach me like stuff for my dietary medicine. And then I got that day again after my house, so I'm coding in house. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So both our parents thought, oh, you're studying for medical school. Yeah. But I'll go there. First start, he holding my life out. So he did that for me. July came. Yeah. And then one day I just told my dad that I went to go to Lagos for a week just to like clear my head. But like I always tell that I still one of my friends I made in NYC time, Bolaiwa. Yeah. That I used to go to Lagos, stay in their house. So I already told him I'll call up stay, so I should come. So funny enough, I guess my dad would just started me at that point. And he just said yes. That should go. That's his just for a few months. And it was a risk because actually what had happened was Bolaiwa had paid 75,000 for a course on me. I honestly the course is 210 because there's 210 with a big education company in the country. And then they course with them and I drew down the money for it. So I told Bolaiwa was like, okay, he will pay for me because Bolaiwa was honestly that was so sure that I like you're gonna take out the place to leave out. Yeah, because he had done a year course with them. Yep. And he got a job after. So they were doing this on there, they would sit you out and put you up to job. So Quintet of Bolaiwa was on Tuesday in Denmark. Anyway, yeah. Well, you been? I'm supposed to fly out on Monday, but my passport is not here with me because of Schengen visa. It's so beautiful, but it's what it is. So yeah, 75,000. I moved to Lagos, and that was it really. So I moved to Lagos in July. The deal was when school is on September, I'm back home, and then I go to medicine, right? So I have July to September to convince them. On them to so I was saying Bolaiwa was also with his brother. He had 3-bedroom flats. So every morning each of them pick a room. I work for me. Right? So I would pick the third room. I have no bed inside. I'll go and sit out there and morning to the night I'm applying for jobs. There was no job in 2020 in Nigeria. I can say it any year. There was no data analysis job. In fact, there was no data job in Nigeria that I did not apply for. Because there, I knew every job select. And if I'm talking to you and you say you work for Coca-Cola, for example, first thing I'm doing, I see it today by reflex. First thing I'm doing is I'm getting on that company's website. I waste their company's page, to get a careers page, apply. I still do like reflex now. Man. So imagine doing that and I would sit down on Twitter looking at people's tweets. Yeah. Just so that I can know what company they work for. So that I can post their careers page. Nothing so that I can mention them to referring. I didn't even know about referral. Yeah. And the interesting way life works, where I eventually got the interview, I got the interview in Flutterwave, and I got the interview at Carbon. Bolaiwa works Carbon and time. So I went to Bolaiwa and I said to him, Carbon has a data, if I didn't call him data analyst role, operational analyst, something like that, that they have a wrong role. That the only thing that I'm saying that I understand is the other SQL. There were 5 things on the job ad. Yeah. The only one like me was SQL. I didn't have the degree they were looking for. Yeah. I didn't have any like thing they were looking for. I was just like, just applied. What's the worst that happened? They say, no, oh yeah. That was how I applied. That's how I got to interview. Well, That's how, like, I remember the day I went for my interview, when I went to my Uber, they made close to me. I was that way. Oh, you should be in this guy already. Yeah. It's not you that I say it anytime in there. I feel like I owe him, so much. You know, the funny, never asked me for that 75K. You know what it was? I was not that just one after got a salary for like what 2-3 months, I started paying it back. Well, yeah. So, I mean, between July and September, I got a job at Carbon, and I was just it. And after my friends are like, oh, I person a job, oh. And you want to be because they got a job? What on the way to push that reach that bridge, you cross it. It's an interesting thing, but the people say congratulations, but yeah, now we just what's going on with this medicine drink, but yeah, that, right? So, it's just, yeah, that was our transition. Wow, I think that's our intentional. Yeah. Man, I really enjoyed the story. Like, I don't want it to end. So I'm looking at what's coming next. Wow. Yeah, it's a thing of, I would say it's combined a lot of things. Like, personally, I pray like I don't work. And I work like I don't pray. So, and I am with friends. I can't even lie. I have good friends. Well, there's people back and there's also another friend of mine, William. Yeah. When I was in UI, William would call me on a random day. Imagine having a friend that you went for, I'm very BSc separate. You know, I went for NYSC together. When I got to NYSC, the house I first got flooded. William was a neighbor of my guy. And William took me in for like a couple of days. So I stayed with William, and then we finished NYSC, everything with guys, like, we did a lot of things together. And I went to that my master's, and William would call me on random days. He knows I'm doing my master's. And he was like, I shouldn't get those. You shouldn't, you should call us. And it's not like, so this is my very close that I've shared all my dreams of you should, and did that constantly. So when COVID hit and he heard that I was learning data analysis, this is when my parents would shout at me. This is when my parents tell me, you would suffer because I had the medicine, this stuff, and the other thing. All I needed to do was pick up math straight to the end. Because at that point, I was becoming a software engineer. Okay. And so William was like, dang, you lost. William was the person that called me in October of 2023. I said to him over the phone, I just started working for Chelsea. Or I said to him over the phone, of course, my never fell in, so was in Barbados. My mentor had told me in August of that same year, so I applied for Global Dynamics. I guess what I told that, let me get a proper job first, get sponsored for a couple of years. Before I think of this Global Talents. When we had called me, I just told them on that same call, I said, Alpha, well, how did you apply? He said, put together some documents. He said to me, these documents. That was a template for how I applied. And I got my own in November. So I actually now that yeah. And I say, you know, assets. Wow. So it's, I mean, all of these people now in Europe. William is in Manchester, Blair is in Germany, Scarce married in Denmark. And it's just interesting to see. Yeah. At the time, none of these people look like anyone. So when at bar in the UK and people say things like, oh, there's no community here. The first thing I got to mind is, I'm sorry, boys, you are not creating it, and you are waiting for, most people here wait for you to be big before they connect. Most people wait for it to be big. The reason why I knew in my head that I never knew what salary looked like in the UK. Yeah. The reason I knew in my head that I should be earning above 50K for my first job was I spoke to somebody randomly in church. We're in the same car. I wish to just very young girl. And she got a job with Spotify. And she told me then that salary was 50K in there. I was like, like, you will make the move. You see, she got us review. She that can come knock the door in our house and we'll just open up and stay in the house for as long as she wants. Yeah. But like the people around you, such great assets. If you don't, if you wait for them to be big, you won't realize. Yeah. I think from your story, what I've really come to understand that your environment was like, you know, when someone said about ammunitions,
Yes, your environment was made up of like, our environment really does matter in terms of everything we do. Growing up, where watching school choices we're making, people who can easily reach out to ask for verification, ask for support, it's very important, and not everybody has that. But from your story, it's obvious that, those people like really contributed to like you become today, which I really love, which I really do love. So once again, fantastic story, and well done to yourself for being resilient as well. I think someone can easily pick up the phone and talk to you, but the whole thing boils down to you to make a move.
Yeah.
To maybe So well done. You said something about let me work for some time before I start thinking of. So you never feel that at that point you were qualified to apply for the global talent, of which I believe some people might, and having that a lot of people. And so how did you? I know your friend called you and probably sent some documents or templates. So at what point did you realize that, okay, I think I can do this, I'm fit for this, I'm fit for?
I realized that when I got inside. I will realize it. When I got inside. I thought, I was waiting, let me try my luck and see. I don't know, bluffing my way through. I honestly thought I was just bluffing and just my. Okay, so, see the thing, first of all, I didn't know anything about the global talents.
Yeah.
Right. And then, confidence is one of the greatest students I was carrying in the world right now. And I was privileged to do a class with YouTuber with confidences. Again, it's about people with confidences, genius and stuff, success. And one random day I finished this class with him, I also remember that I have done a lot of free classes before, so I knew a lot more than people in class, right? And success sent me a message that says, understand what was going on. I said, okay, fine, let's just jump on it and go with. And I thought I'd be able to commit.
Yeah.
So Space started following me first. And we just had a good friendship, right? Coincidentally, when I moved to Bulawayo Space, we were on the same streets. So we used to have my day. When I moved to Manchester for my master, one random day success called me up, says, our sister Confidence just got a grant from the government to train 5,000 girls in Nigeria in data analysis. Do I want to train? And I did. And that's how me and Confidence became good friends. Because, again, it's not really always about money. I mean, there's a big money aspect. Yes, I know. Because when I spoke to Confidence and I said, this is what I want to teach, you're like, okay, fine. She asked me, I think she asked me how much. I was like, anything. I think that first course was long K-pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't mind. I was happy to teach. Again, I love teaching people, so I was happy teaching and all of that. And Confidence was like, okay. So me and Confidence became very, very good, just close to our family now and everything. And Confidence was in the country. She was in London in August of 2023. I had just moved to London in July.
Yeah.
So I said, Confidence, let's sit down and restaurant, let's eat. We got this, stuff. I'm like, oh, she wrote a reference letter for this person, wrote a reference letter for that person. I'm like, oh, reference letter, everybody writes for you. Just write the reference letter. I didn't know it's used, right? I was like, oh, about telling this stuff and get that thing. I'm like, wow, what's the other thing? I feel like I get 5 years sustainable. That's the bad shot. Well, I don't have any experience. Yeah, just true because I've only done 1 year in my age. Yeah. I had moved to London in July. Yeah. My master was made move finished when I moved. That was another whole different prayer move and everything. And then 2 weeks after I moved to London was when I just got my job with Commerce. Yep. 2 weeks after that, I got a job with Chelsea. So I was like, I have experience, but I don't have so much experience, right? Because we were saying about hard 4 years, 5 years experience and everything. So it's like, I'll be a couple of years down to like. So when William called, I said to me, I was watching this one. I said, okay, send me papers. I looked at it. I was looking at it first class, and I also don't waste time thinking. I hate wasted time. So I looked at it first. I was on the train from Wimbledon for Fulham Broadway. Yeah, I remember we were at Wimbledon because I was working at Chelsea at the time, right? I'm going back home towards Charing Cross. I remember it so well. I was looking at it on the train. You know those points in train where the network goes off? So good. The network went off. So I was just on that boat ride, and that was the reason I could access. And I kept on looking at some of the cans, and I looked at it to a point, so I was like, I know this thing. I started because what I decided to do was, okay, but beside, look at this line where it's saying do this.
Yeah.
I can tap that line and I said I did this. And then in a week, I put together all my papers, so I did. And again, people, and message confidence. I'm like, okay, you are one person that will give me a reference. I need other people that will give me a reference. They fail to love people. And no references up to the UK ambassadors in Nigeria. Like, whoa. So I got a reference at that point. Then I went to head of data engineering in Chelsea. Now, this is where I knew that information is powerful. It was there I went to be head of data engineering in Chelsea that I discovered that he was on graduate visa.
So he's here and he's in Nigeria. Oh,
No, it's Asia. I think on there or something. Yeah. He was on graduate visa. So when I said to him, I just applied for a graduate visa, kind of America. I expected, oh yeah, sure. Wow. That I've done it years ago, or the things that you need that have to go through. I'm like, what is graduate visa? I started explaining to him, like, interesting. And they went to reference from me.
so now he2 went to Ogaga.
So, the reference for me, and I submitted. Now, the way you submit the vacancy, so they tell you if you apply from within the country, expect 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You're applying from outside the country, expect 3 weeks.
8 weeks within the country,
3 weeks after.
such sudden.
Yeah. So, I was applying from outside the country, obviously. So, I was expecting 8 weeks. I was like, what, please? Just, you can do this all for me. Around the day I saw the email, I was on call with my Bell when I was married. I was like, I just wanted to, when I saw the email, I was like, I just want to rest. Because I had done some mastered up on this, I've just been studying and trying to work and everything. It was just, also it was a very difficult happen because if I don't get the global talent visa, I'd have needed to go and do graduate visa.
Yeah. 100%.
Because it was expiring like a month. I remember being at the airport. I traveled to Nigeria. I can't remember. I remember being at the airport throughout that period and then being the chance of like, okay, that your visa is expiring soon. I'm like, yeah, dogs. Yeah, I remember now. I'd gone out of the country.
Yeah.
I'd already got something back that time. So when I got there, and it was like, oh, okay, exactly. I was like, I already am on the side of the table. The confidence, yeah. That was, I think that was when I realized when I actually got it. I'm like, okay. That was when I said, then I said, okay, you are actually doing something right.
Yeah.
Like, if something, like, you just went into your job long enough, and that would be not said, you know what, I would always, anybody that stops me on the road to ask about the back and yes, sir, I would always talk about it because if people did not tell me about it, I wouldn't be here today. But information is really, really important.
Definitely. Information is really key. And I'm very conscious of the fact that there's no way we can touch about the nitty-gritty in terms of the application process on the call, or rather on the interview. So I believe maybe 1 or 2 persons might want to reach out to you when this option. So I'm going to touch your Instagram handle whilst, putting this out so people can reach out to you, or maybe your email. It's like the more format. So that you can reach out to you and just ask for support.
Yeah, that's fine. The only thing I would say is before you reach out, though, like, first of all, know what is available online.
Yep.
Right? So, at least just some level of research. I appreciate the fact that I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Right? But now it's such a common topic. Like, the people that I just sent, my friends that I just sent my papers to review, then they review something for free. Now they charge a lot of money for it. Like, it is now common. There's a lot of people now know about it,
and it's been monitored.
Yeah, so the very easy before you message me that you can't do this, because I don't want to now sit there and be like, oh, tell me about the global talent visa.
Yeah,
I'll be very there are YouTube videos about it. There are a lot of places you can find.
I think that's why people place consultation pin. So yeah, since you're coming to say what, tell me about global talent.
Maybe I'm going to waste my time.
But yeah, I think being on that business actually has actually changed so many things for you as an immigrant in the country.
Yeah.
So what would you say, in as much as to an extent I know about real talent, this I understand the benefit that comes with it, but for all the benefit that it offers, what would you say has standard for you just being in that position?
The funniest thing, I'm a child of facts. I don't know what I expected that they call it. But for me, one of the biggest deals of global visa is every time I went to the airport and I'm from back to the country, and an immigration officer looks at my visa, I goes, "Oh yeah, global talent visa. What do you have global talent for?" And I tell them, they always, without fail, would say, "Welcome home." Always.
Whoa! I'm just saying this on my first
I don't know why it always happens to me, but they always, and I look forward to it. My wife can tell you once I get off the plane, yes, I want to them straight to the front, and it's always welcome.
Wow.
For me, it's like the greatest point of that visa because, again, like for the longest time, I look forward to being done home outside of night.
Yeah.
So I get it and they say, welcome, it's an entire place. And then the obvious one is when I interview or I'm speaking to people about jobs, I'm not limited to any company.
Yeah.
That bit is, it's very freeing. I know there's a lot of people that want to leave where they are right now, but those companies are sponsoring them. It's supposedly likely, in some cases, almost like slavery, because they sponsor them.
Mm-hmm.
But so the times allows him to, build best weather.
I think this question I want to ask you probably must have answered in between our conversation, because initially you said you were in the position to apply for global talent. So I was just going to ask people who feel like they don't meet all the criteria.
Yeah.
Is it ideal for them to apply?
No.
Okay.
So there's a difference between you sitting out there and being like, oh, I don't meet all the criteria, and you actually doing your research, actually asking people, and then they say to you, okay, actually, to be fair, you don't, and then say, no way you would be able to keep up.
Yeah.
Right. I want to strike the balance. I don't want people to sit out and just on their own estimate themselves, because you are not that patient body. But ask genuine questions. Do you think that this is? I asked my friend, like, do you think that they will see this? Actually, even after I got my grade reference letters and my documents, do you think that's what I sent it to people? I was sending it to people until the hour I was submitting. Anybody that I knew had a global talent visa had my papers. Right. So did that. If they don't sit down and say, you can't, I'm sorry, but like, don't. Because again, if you have just one job experience, you've never done any mentoring, you've never done anything that, I work outside of work, all the other things that they require, you've never done anything, then there's no point wasting your money trying to apply, right? So, it's not something that you gamble with. I don't like telling people to gamble with like that. But at very least, be honest enough. Ask people.
Yeah.
Check the websites. If you understand website, check videos. Like, check. Proof. People told me not to apply. Like, I know there was someone that said, oh, your papers are not great enough. You don't have enough experience at the idea of that. But I had a lot more people like, that was good for me. Yeah. Right. So, again, it's up to you. But I would say at the very least, do your research.
Yeah. And I think in between your story, you made mention of having the opportunity to train over 5,000 people.
Yeah.
And then again, it boils down to not putting money over, days, because you never really saw how that could be of importance to your application process. And I believe that played a role in your application as well, in terms of training out 5,000 people in tech.
That's really changed my quite literally. It changed so many opportunities. Like, so many. I can't, every time I think about it, I can't thank confidence enough for saying, come and do this training. Let me explain to you. So, 5,000 people, right? First of all, that gives you some crazy level of skill, because I had to prepare classes for them. I record. Mm-hmm. And then every Friday I had to sit down on Zoom with them. Right? So, first of all, the skill is there. Yeah. Great. there's a global pilot bits, right? Which is nice. But remember that so in the first call, one of the things I didn't expect to happen is my LinkedIn video. It was very crazy because people from that class were going home, and see, women are such life wires. They were going home and telling their families. So I got to the next course the next year.
Yeah.
And I saw 10,000 people. Because they will go home and like tell their 4 brothers. And they were like, oh, and it was free for them.
Yeah.
And it's funded.
Yeah.
Exactly. And those girls in the first call got some opportunities, right? So it's like, yeah, give the shots. Yeah, I thought we are wasting time. Oh, yeah, now. So it was just people after people. Now, another thing that I did not expect to happen was when I was interviewed for commerce tools, I remember getting to London and interview was like 2 days after I was online, but I never had much time to prepare. And my manager then, we sat on a call, technical interview, so I was supposed to be writing code and everything. And just having made you works, I mentioned I've changed 1,000 people in data analysis. It's why I went on my LinkedIn, looked through all the post-happening or recommendations. And I was like, well, if you have done I did all of these things and all this required recommend you, and there's no point for this and that we have moved to the final stage. That was how I skipped down.
Whoa.
That was how I think another thing I talk about in the interviews is actually very interesting because when I got my first job, it was December in 4 months. I done like 20 certifications. I made a British man that was living in Lagos to write down. So Corner Stools now 5,000 people skipped that in the stage. When I got to Chelsea interview was they gave away 3 SQL questions. I didn't know I had 16 minutes. I thought I had a lot of time. So I spent time rambling through the first 2 questions. 10 minutes and I asked about 80 minutes, but they said 5 minutes. And then I was like, talk. I closed the 3rd question. I just spoke to them through like told them what I would have done if I had the time. And they asked me very important question. You said, what topics do you have? People may design across. And all I said was action from data analysis, action that affects a lot of people. I saw, and again, people we have in this country are very empathetic people, very action. They nearly cried. On that thing, wondering in Chelsea, Stafford Bridge. So like, with what? Like, so the thing that, you got me here is not even the sequel that I write, it's the empathy in it. And over and over and over again. Every time I have mentioned to people, I have changed this amount of people. And they get to go American and say that, okay, it's not bluffing. It changes everything. So that one fucking years is just, there were nights when, then I used to come from Manchester to London for church every weekend. I remember days on the bus, and so bus I used to grab so I could afford. Days on the bus when I'll be writing those lesson notes, getting those slides to that meticulous girl. I didn't think, that's the funny thing, I wasn't really forget about this app. But I've had people come to me and say, please, can you put me in any organization that needs people to train? I will just train so that I can get you back as a visa. But I wasn't even thinking of that. And the amount of doors that are open for me.
Yes. Woo! I love your story. I love your story. Wow. I've majoring it down so much from this story. It's so good. Just imagine you had to put money first before considering to do that. I think you're like, I'm not okay. You cannot pay me. I'm not going to do money.
It's that would be one of the biggest mistakes. And just every time I've got to a point where I'm like, people waste my time enough because I sit down every week. I sit down with people, speak about it and all of that. And sometimes it just feels like I'm wasting my time because they wonder what you say, or they just waste your time for it. Every time I was at that junction, I was so just like, nah, I'm not trying to do anybody favors. I just think. So if only coach foods, I've done trainings in this country. A company in where they based Netherlands, I can't remember. For some reason, for a couple of months, they had a lot of trainings to do around the country. And they were getting me £350 a day. No tax.
Yeah.
£350 every day I drink for them. Was that last 2 years ago? 2 years ago. And I was in at least 3-4 trips a month. So for this. So the money will come. Right? I trained old people. I started in a room of that teaching people about behind. They were like 40 something, 50 something. Yes. Traces. It was crazy annoying stuff, but I did it. Right? So I can do all of these things and make so much money, but the money will come. And the way God will resort you, that's really nice. Like, I know it's was about about my I confidence called me for something earlier this year, last year. I told that see confidence to be telling me helping, that would show up. But why confidence got cyber security woman of the year in Aberdeen in 2023? She called me. I really told you about in my life. And we sat down at dinner. We spoke. The things she told us, then was the things she told us that night. I can't pay for it. Literally saved my career, saved my marriage, saved her. So imagine if I'm not asking that woman for my money. Yeah, I don't think. And the thing is, this is like what I did the training in terms as well. This year I went to 3. So you may not really see the fruit of it immediately, but I'm not.
That instant gratification keep taking us aback. Well, yeah, thank you so much for sharing, man. Are we still live? Wow. I really enjoyed this. And I definitely hope that people who's watching this, you're learning so much from this. And like I said, feel free to reach out to Ayo anytime in regards to probably data science, data engineering, or the global talent field itself. But you do your due diligence before reaching out to get, so that conversation can be very productive, like in both ways as well. But yeah, thank you so much. Actually, now we're gonna go into like a reflective moment. I can put out like advice and like you just looking through your journey, from your parents wanting you to do medicine and meeting these very remarkable, amazing people who have shaped your journey, contributed to your journey, where you are right now, the decisions you've made, and the places you've got into, the visa you're currently on, looking into the immigrant community. So what do you think someone who is looking at taking the same path or make a decision relative to your world, what would you say is the best advice for that?
There are a lot of things to say.
I know you've given something directly already, but
I think the sum of it is everybody's journey is dynamic. So I don't think anybody else will have a journey like mine. I don't think I have a journey like anybody else.
100%.
But there are some things that work on laws and principles. If you knock it up hard enough, it will burst up. If you knock it off hard enough, it will burst up. So wherever you are in life, if you think of where you want to be and push strong enough, it will burst up. I'm saying that because I know it's easy to sit down and say, apply for this type of company, work in these type of places, or make stuff with your friends. But if you potentially create your life towards a start point of, I want to be successful, I want to do this, and you put in all the work necessary, you would bust open, right? So a good example of this is, I told you when I was applying for my master's, I applied to every school, right? I did that. I got 6 scholarships with an every college, and I took the one that was like me the cheapest money to balance up. Right. So that's cool. When I was applying for a job, when I was schooling, I told you I would apply before and after my sheet. So that's job. When I was applying for a job, when I was finishing school, my uni has a collaboration with some companies in the UK where they bring projects to the school. And there's always that by a third semester. From the first day I started putting Southport University, I went to my team. I was watching him about it. First semester. He didn't even know who was this guy. Just only I have 1 year experience in Nigeria. I think I'll be very grateful to get that. He was like, yes, and he said, kept on disturbing me. And then when the list came out, the woman that was trying to told everybody in class, you can only apply for 3 maximum. I picked up my phone and called her. I said, I want to get as much as she said, she sat down like we sat down with a list of about 50 something copies. She told me, choose the ones that you think she wants. So I chose. We landed with 3. Blue Auto Finance, Aviva, and one other company. And essentially, I made my choice because all the 3 companies on them check. Yeah, I made my choice of Blue Auto Finance. They were in 7 months. So I used to come down from Manchester there. But that was for that one. When I had a proper 9 to 5, right? I applied. That was when I started applying for at least 10 jobs a day. I did this so much. I got a remote through Commerce Tools. I was in Commerce Tools for 2 years. Chelsea did some of my CVs alright. They called me and I was like, yeah, Chelsea, I don't know where they saw my CV. No. Because if I knew me, so my CV, yes. I'm basically like that. I'm studying. I'm talking. Yes, I know people always ask me, like, how did you get in Chelsea? Yeah, I don't know. I was a good worker of finance. I don't know. Somebody got on the phone. Do you want to Chelsea's looking for? Like, yeah. And I was like, that way, I know that I got the job. And now it's 1 year. So I really don't know. But 9 to 5, I was Commerce Tools for 2 years, and I knew that I wanted to right. And it was at the 1 year mark that I knew I wanted to move. I kept on applying. I kept on getting rejected. And like visualize it, I was in at least 10 jobs every day for a year. I kept on getting rejected. And then I knew I needed to change something. So I sat down one day, I was sitting down there thinking, I need to do what I did to get into data analysis and coverage. What did I do? It's now very big performance, right? I said, now I'm ready to order. So at those days, I'm not for I can't be that here, right? So what I will do instead is every Saturday, I love church songs. I love reading songs. Because at point when I said I needed to give still priority. So I cut out 3 hours off on Saturdays. And each Saturday I spent at least 4 hours learning analytics engineering. I did that for 3 months. As I got into analytics engineering. There for 3 months, I got a job in Zoopla. I worked in Zoopla for 8 months. I was like, okay, I need a new challenge. That's why I'm not to pinpoint now. And at pinpoint, I'm like literally the only person doing I'm the only data hire. So I do everything from extracting data to analyzing to engineering, everything, right? So, my thing is, nobody else can have this journey. Yet, what you can do is knock doors long and hard enough. Put in all the work like I'm not praying, pray like I'm not working. Do whatever it is that you can do. So push. If you want something, push. Time may go, but like obviously sometimes you may need to have other options, right? When I was trying to look for a job as a student, I was working my shifts, right? I always say don't work a shift and just get applied for a job. But even as I think that don't lose sight of what's the important. I think that would be different to something. Yeah. I think one thing I basically drew out of like just hearing your story from like the inception and you coming to a conclusion is the intentionality. Like you were very intentional about everything you were doing. Like you never saw no as an obstacle. Like you just said, keep on knocking on the door and surprisingly, definitely to bust up one day. So it's that if I want to take away anything from this story, it's your intentionality. And I don't know if I should say thank you for being intentional because I don't think we'll be having this conversation or having this meetup today. But yeah, thank you so much for being intentional. I think if you were to, this is gonna be the second question. Yeah. If you were to write a letter to your younger self, that letter is gonna be like things you wish you had done while you were younger. What would that be? So, first thing would have been I would have looked at my work results and known to go for computer science instead of physiology. Because of my white results, I had the A's and B's in everything else except biology. My biology was literally a C6. So it was almost a fail.
Yeah.
And then you consider biology. And I remember doing my screening out at Abaca, and they were like, oh, I'll be out seeing biology. I was come to basic medical sciences. This one, that one. I have to beg them to put me in basic. If I knew I would not beg them, they would have put me in mathematics.
Yeah.
Because now that I know a lot about the brain, one of the things that I know for sure is if I was learning coding when I was younger, it would have been a lot easier.
Yeah.
Right. So that was the only person I'm better. Second thing is our assets just calm down, like everything will be fine. Not calm down in the sense of being lazy.
Yeah.
But calm down in the sense of like at some point you have to trust that there is a method to life.
Yeah.
It's equals. Yeah, but if you create the environment correctly, you visualize correctly. If you visualize correctly and you work hard enough, you get what you're looking at. So if you kind of, because I remember being in Abaca and thinking, oh my God, should I drive cars? How exactly do you or thinking, people that try not to get that kind of money.
Yeah.
Because then when let me measure 70K and I'll be like 70K, Jesus. But at some point, you just are saying that, oh, okay, life is not really that. If you, like, there'll be both days, there'll be either you are broke, but you have to trust in what you are doing. Trust your God, trust your gods, trust your methods, and, like, it will be fine. I think that was one of the reasons why I am myself.
I think this just made me remember a video I saw on Instagram of Pastor Aaron. And he said, once you were younger, you were worried about passing white, you passed it. Once you were in uni, you were worried about graduating, you got a job. Once you graduated, you were worried about a job, you got a job. Once you're on the job, you're worried about getting married, you're married. So, we should always understand that time are in phases.
Yes.
And just like you said, as long as you're not being lazy, you're planning accordingly and, putting God in it as well, everything at the appointed time is definitely going to.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah. Thank you. I've read this so much from all my interviews I've done, to be honest. And I think this is one reason I'll keep on doing so many interviews. Because it's not just about my audience. It's about me, what I'm one big fun to see interviews as well. So thank you so much for sharing. I think we've actually come to the conclusion of this, but just one question we'll ask you is, what do you miss about Nigeria? What the hell is that?
I mean, my good answer for that is nothing, to be honest. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
I just grew up hearing, I'm not really made for this country. I don't, a lot of people say you food, and yes, I hear you on the village. But one thing about me is I'm a very adaptive person.
Yeah.
So now I don't just eat Nigeria food. So I eat Nigeria food a lot, and I just make do reward. So I would assume that's when someone just complaining about like the goat meat in this country doesn't smell like goat meat from Nigeria, and I agree 100%. But I realized also that I never cross my mind. Like, I just go to village and I buy my goat. That's like, that's me.
Yeah.
Also, when I think a lot of people, I realize that there is something about making money in a place. There's something about when you started working.
Yeah.
So a lot of young immigrants were working, I know people that were managers in Edge, right? People that were working in banks. I'm in bank. So they already had a comfortable life, sort of, and they had to close that down to come here, right? So that creates a sense of like, definitely so. I don't get down. The only thing I knew in that was school.
Yeah.
I literally schooled until COVID year.
Yeah.
Right. And COVID year, I worked on a job and it was saving 180K a month.
Yeah.
And I worked the 180 a month for you then. I was always just working. So I never really experienced that like, oh, Lagos life or like that's Nigeria, you travel on, you buy this for your children. I never experienced all of that. So me coming here is how I started building my life. Yeah, right. So I don't really miss much. I don't think.
I get what you're going. But yeah, I think we'll actually, sometimes we've spent roughly 1 hour just talking, but we no realize.
I don't say more about it.
Yeah, so That's it. That's the interesting thing about having meaningful and valuable conversation. That's how the outcome always, turn out to be. So I really wish we can keep talking and sharing this story. I was even lost in it, to understand, because it was really interesting. But we need to, wrap up. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you taking our time to share the story. It's been a learned for me. So I believe if I have learned from it, definitely there's someone out there who's also going to learn from it. And like I said, I'm going to put out your research in terms of your Instagram handle. And I think another thing you can also learn from this guy is his style. So I got the very fashionable guy. I don't know. I fucking pop now. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. And for everyone out there, please endeavor to always share, endeavor to always subscribe, endeavor to leave a comment. Like, it's not going to cost you anything.